NC Piedmont Outdoors presents Canteen Cup Cooking Pork Roll, Egg, and Cheese on a Roll. Brought to you by Slammer Series Turkey Calls, a quality turkey calls made by a hunter for hunters. To get your call today, visit www.slammerseries.com. Also, Aqua Leisure Services LLC, servicing all your pool and spa needs in the Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, and surrounding areas. Also, Sign Scientists, providing a broad range of services, including wall murals, vehicle wraps, design, print, and marketing services. Regardless of your business requirements, their experts are up to the task. Visit www.signscientist.com or call 919-685-7641.
Hey everybody, it's Joe from NC Piedmont Outdoors. It's opening day of bow season here in North Carolina. Got here early, about 6:30 or so. Got set up. Took me a little bit longer than I thought. Sat for till about 9 o'clock and didn't see anything except a few squirrels, but that's fine. That's okay. It's opening day. There's a long season ahead. So as part of my ending opening day tradition here in the morning, I'm going to cook myself some breakfast. So what have I got going today? Well, first, as always, I'm going to have my Pathfinder canteen cook set. I've got my Pathfinder lid with my canteen cup. And what am I making today? I'm making a New Jersey classic. This is pork roll, egg, and cheese on a roll. I've got my cast iron skillet. I've got my Gerber Complete spork spoon and flipper. I'm going to make some coffee. I got some Coffee Mate there and some Taster's Choice instant coffee. And of course, as always, I've got my Coleman stove that I'm going to use. So let me go ahead and get the Coleman stove started, and we'll start cooking breakfast. All right, everybody. So right now I've got the stove on. I've got my cast iron skillet. I haven't used that in a video before, but I've had it for a long time. I've cooked on it for a bunch of times when I've been hunting. So this morning, what I'm going to make, as I said, is going to be Tailor pork roll. So what is Tailor pork roll, right? Well, it's a very New Jersey thing. If you go into any store, any little bagel shop or deli in New Jersey, you're going to find the Tailor pork roll. And typically it's pork roll, egg, and cheese on a roll. Some people call it Tailor ham, but as you can see on the package, there's no mention of the word ham. It used to be called Tailor ham a long time ago, and then the government sued him and sued John Taylor and made him change it, and he changed the name to Tailor pork roll, and it's really called pork roll. So what I've done today is I've already opened up the package, and I've got 4 slices here of pork roll that I'm just going to put down in my pan like this. It's great. And then I'm going to take, I've got my Coleman little fork, knife, spoon kind of combo kit right here. So I'm going to pop this out right here, and I'm going to take my knife, and I am going to cut these right on the corner. So just make a little cut in each side there. So because what happens when you cook, it kind of bubbles up, right? It kind of bows up in the middle, so you don't want that. So I'm going to go ahead and make these little cuts right here along the edge of the pork roll. All right, so now I got those cut. I'm going to go ahead and let them cook. I've got my slice of cheese I'm going to use in the bag here, and I've also got my egg that I'll crack open. So I'm going to go ahead and just let this cook and let this fry up. So what pork roll is really, it's kind of it's similar to Spam, except it's got a little bit sweeter of a taste, and it's just something that is just a tradition that if you grew up in New Jersey, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But pork roll is just it's just a staple for me, especially when I go out hunting and after we'd come in from a hunt. My dad would always get the Coleman stove going and get the pork roll cooking like this, and we'd have pork roll, egg, and cheese on a roll. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and let this cook, and we'll keep an eye on it and get it nice and brown, and then we'll show you what that looks like in a minute. All right, everybody. So as you can see here in the video, this pork roll is starting to cook up nice. It's kind of getting a little bit of that brown color on it right there. So that's kind of what you're looking for. As I mentioned, and I said before, right, so this is kind of a tradition for me and my family growing up in New Jersey, when we would finish hunting, as I said, come back to the truck and cook up our pork roll. So it's it just brings back a lot of memories, you know, when I cook this, thinking about my dad who's no longer with us, and the fun we had hunting, and how much fun we had when we came back to the truck and had a really good meal. As I said, you know, pork roll itself, right, again, is a New Jersey thing, but you can actually get it here in North Carolina. Harris Teeter sells it in these packages of 8 slices a piece, or you actually get it sliced in the deli counter. They actually have the actual pork roll itself in the deli counter, so you can get sliced. So, you know, so you can get it either way. But for me, I just like getting that pack. It gives me 8 slices, so I got 4 here today, and I got 4 more for my next hunting trip when I decide to cook again. But it's just something that it's really good. It's really delicious. And if you hadn't had it before, I recommend you go ahead and try it. You know, if you have your bacon and your sausage biscuits or whatever that you get, or your chicken biscuits down here in the South. But you know, I recommend just give pork roll a try. Just get yourself a small pack and kind of fry it up with this, with an egg and a slice of cheese, and then see if you like it. It's something that I truly enjoy, and I think you will too. All right, I'm going to just let this keep cooking, and then I'll get back to you when I'm putting on the cheese and throwing it on my roll and cooking my egg. Okay, pork roll, as you can see, is nice and brown here. It's sizzling up real nice, so I'm going to start putting that on my roll. I've got my cheese on that one piece of pork roll. It's melting, so I'm just going to put these on my roll like this. Scoop this up. Go ahead and kind of use my spatula here and pick this up. Put that slice right there. It has the cheese on it. Oh, that looks good. That is awesome. Scrape up a little bit of that cheese and kind of get it on my bread right there. All right, then I'm going to go ahead and take my egg. And I'm just going to try to make a fried egg and kind of throw it right on my sandwich here. I'm just going to cook this up real quick. Shouldn't take long. There we go. Alright. Paper towel. Alright, I brought a little pepper packet here, so I'm going to go ahead and open that, put it on my egg. I didn't bring any more salt with me this time, but you know, salt doesn't hurt a little bit, so just kind of put that on there. Okay, get rid of that. Alright, I'm going to break this egg up and get it going here. I'm tilted here, and the way my truck's parked a little bit, it's a little off angle, so this egg is a little sliding in the pan to this back corner here, so but that's okay. We'll get it cooked up real quick and get it on my sandwich. Okay, I'm gonna get this egg out of the pan here. Of course, it broke up on me. I'm no master chef, but what can you do? But I'll go ahead and scoop this egg and put it on top, right like that. Right there. Get some of these egg pieces off. All right, go ahead and put that on there. All right, I'm gonna turn the stove off. Now, the final piece of this puzzle right here, as you can see, look at that. That is my pork roll, egg, and cheese on a roll. I'm just going to add a little bit of ketchup. Have some Heinz ketchup packets here. So I'm just going to go ahead and put those on. And one. I'm just going to use 2. I brought 4, but I'm just going to use 2 today. Put that on there. Oh yeah. Alright, now you take a look at that. That is a perfect pork roll, egg, and cheese on a hard roll on my nice little aluminum plate. Oh, you know what I forgot? I'm going to make myself some coffee. So let me get this stove back on and heat my coffee so I can have a little bit of coffee with it. Alright, so I'm going to take my canteen cup here. I've locked my handles. I'm going to put that on the stove real quick. Turn this down. That's a bit high. I turn that down. I'm going to, for my canteen, my Pathfinder canteen, I'm going to go ahead and add about a cup of water. Now I have marks on the inside of my canteen. You can't see very good, but I can. And I can mark, and I know when it's a cup. It's about right there. So that is my cup mark. There we go. So I'm just going to put that on there, boil that up real quick. Lid back on. Alright. Put my lid. This should boil in a little bit. So I've got my lid on now, and that water's starting to boil. So I've got this, Taster's Choice kind of instant coffee I got from the dollar store. You can get a pack of 5 for $1, but ideally I'd like to get that Stanley French press and start using that. I just haven't gotten it yet and added it to my collection. So, but for today, this is what I got. This is what I'm going to use. So I'm going to have a nice little cup of coffee with my pork roll, egg, and cheese. So just wait for that water to boil. Add this coffee. I even brought myself a little coffee mate creamer I could add to it. Typically I usually drink it black, but today I think I added a little bit of creamer. So let this boil, and I'll be back with you shortly. Alright, let's check this out. I'm going to take the lid off. Oh, yep, that's boiling. Probably a little probably more hot than I actually need it, but I'm going to go ahead and turn off the stove now. I'm going to tear open my Taster's Choice and kind of add this in. There we go. Put this over here on my tray. Take my spoon from my Coleman set. I'm just going to go ahead and pull this off, give it a quick stir, have my cup of coffee. Well, while this was boiling and heating up, in order to have this cup of coffee, I just couldn't wait anymore, so I started eating my sandwich. So I just, that's almost done now, as you could probably see in the background there. I've been eating my sandwich waiting for this, but I just couldn't wait. It is just so good. Go ahead and add a little bit of creamer in here. A little bit of creamer, I can save the rest. Creamer. Well, I'll probably use a little bit more of that. Probably use the whole packet. That's alright. I usually don't, but you know what? It's opening day, so I'm going to do a little bit differently here. So, alright, everybody, it's time for me to enjoy my coffee and finish up my breakfast here. This is just, again, as I said, something just I like to do opening day. It's a tradition for me and my family when we hunted when I was a kid, and I'm trying to continue that. So if you want to try that pork roll, like I said, go to that Harris Teeter. They have it in the deli section. They have it in the little packets in the refrigerated section. Go ahead and get yourself some. It's really good. I highly recommend it. If you're ever in New Jersey, just stop at any one of those sandwich shops, bagel shops, or whatever, and you'll see either something called Taylor ham or Taylor pork roll. It's a big controversy in New Jersey whether it's Taylor pork roll or Taylor ham, but we know the truth. It's Taylor pork roll. So anyway, thanks for watching, and if you like the content, please go ahead and hit that like button, and please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We certainly appreciate it, and we'll have a new video up for you soon. So take care, everybody.